Homebrew Wednesday. How's everyone doing? I'm going to have just a wee chat. I'll take it steady. I know I normally run at breakneck pace with my Homebrew Wednesdays, etc. So I thought I'd take it a little easier tonight. This is the Elderflower Champagne-ish. It's been on 2 days now, and I had it on for... I did the old keg shake for 5 minutes at 30 psi, but it was warm, so it wasn't really going to absorb much. And then I left it on for a day at 30 psi, and it's now on about 10 psi at the minute, serving pressure. It's not too bad. Strong elderflower, touch of lemon on the back end, but quite sweet. It's finished at 1.030. Yeah, a bit too sweet really for me. The wife loves it. It's, let me just check, 5.8%. 5.8%, so a reasonable drink. I mean, you can't tell there's 6% alcohol. It's like those, what do they call them? Lemon alka pops that they did back when I was a youngster. They still do them now, I think. Hooch, that was the one. Hooch was probably the one I remember most. It tastes like a hooch, but with a touch of elderflower in it. I found this more elderflower than lemon, but it's nice. I wouldn't sit and drink this all night. I fucking couldn't. I mean, sugar rush about like that. But yeah, as I say, the wife likes it, so if it keeps her happy, then I am happy, and we're all happy. And I can sneak more things in, like a new camera. Talking of which, still using the phone, as I did with the last video, and yeah, I'm quite happy with this for the minute. It's not 100%, and I will get a replacement GoPro because I've just got so much crap for the GoPro. And it worked well. It's easy to get to the best thing was getting the memory card out. It's just a little tap and pull out, whereas the phone I have to put something in, take out the little tray with the SIM card in and the memory card to transfer onto my PC. As you will have noticed last night, it was the video, if you watched the video I did of the Yorkshire Bitter, powered by the Power Director or whatever. That's phone. That's an editing software I have on the phone, so I use that. But I prefer to use my PC and edit it with Sony Vegas if I'm editing, which I tried to do with that one, but I just couldn't be bothered messing about taking it out, putting it in the PC, putting it back, etc. So we'll see how that goes, because I'm not, it's a bit of a faff, so I might end up doing more editing for now on the phone. And I'll be honest, it's not very good. It's clunky, you can't stretch things that like audio bits over certain areas far enough, and I had a real messing about with that last night, but it'll do for now, kind of thing. It's not where I want it to be, the kind of editing on the phone. If anyone knows of any cheap or free software, I mean, I paid for that Power Director, I think. I'm sure I did, and it hasn't been brilliant, but so anyway, that's aside. That's up and running now, the Elderflower Champagne. I'll do another little quickie of it's still only early, so I'm not having pints of anything at the minute. This is the first part of the cider. I mean, that's not bad, is it? Clarity, as you can tell, it's got a fair bit of fizz. Nice tartness. Yeah, almost a bit watery, I think. Unless that was because this is the first pour. It might have been something. And the change from that sweetness in there, from that thick cloying sweetness to this is kind of a change. Suddenly it's like there's no body in this. Well, it shouldn't be, it's cider really. Yeah, this has come out about 4.5%. Just a straight putting apple juice into a demijohn, adding a basic Crike yeast that I use, the From Garden, and leaving it to run, and that finished out 1.014. Now I have written on here 1.048, and I think that related to the original gravity of the apple juice, so it comes out about 4.5%, which is nice. I mean, I could neck this quite easy in the evening, nicely chilled. This has been on since yesterday afternoon, and it's on at 30 psi still, so it'll look nicely calm, and then I'll probably bottle that before putting on the Yorkshire bitter. That looks good. Yeah, I had a look last night, obviously nothing. I'm not used to having to wait a day, but yeah, it's got a nice krausen on it now, building up, big head of foam, so that's good. So the Yorkshire bitter's going along nicely, and these are doing well. I've filled 2 more demijohns, so the cider's back on, or the apple juice is back on, making into cider, so that'll keep rolling. The idea with the cider is I'd like a 9 litre keg thing, so that would be nice, handy for that. Doing 2 demijohns, that works out about just over 5. 5 of the, well, it's 4, but it should be 6 cartons, but I'm not filling the demijohns right up. As you can see, there's a good reason for not filling the demijohns right up. We're just about coming out as it is, so 5.5 cartons of 1.5 litre apple juice from Lidl comes out at between 4.5 to 5%, depending how dry I let it get to. And this is nice. This is a good one. So then, at the minute, I'm putting him into a keg, a 19 litre keg. So I've got all that space I'm wasting with O2. I just feel myself wasting O2. That's not O2, CO2. Sorry, wasting all that CO2, and I'm just that space. So that'll get bottled. So obviously, I'd like another keg, a 9 litre one. That'd be good for that, handy if you just put that in, and then I could just use that, chuck that in. That might, a 9 litre might fit in my Keezer alongside 3 kegs, because I can, just to say, get three in staggered, and then the space, I could fit a 9 litre in there. It's just I couldn't get a second one on of a. Yeah, I could probably get a 9 litre in there. Depends what shape it is, etc. And that would be nice. I'd have a cider on as well, but. Obviously I've only got 3 taps, so I would have to drill another tap. Whoa, what a shame. I've got the taps and all the bits, I suppose, so I could do if I wanted to. But that's another story, because I'm already into buying a new camera, getting a, you know how this hobby goes, you just spend, just so that you can have cheap beer, supposedly. Another thing I've done now is ordered some more of the turbo yeast. I was going to have a go at the tomato paste yeast. I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, it's got an itchy nose. Hay fever season. It's really getting to me. Which is a nightmare when I go in shops and such at the minute. If I start sneezing or coughing, people are like, yeah. Where was I? Before I interrupted myself. Yeah, the turbo yeast, yes. Using the method that I think Clive's mentioned it to me, and others, I know there are others have. It's Clive that sent me the recipe for doing these. I'm just going to hold off on that just a bit longer, because I want to get a big batch on 25 litres, and because I need to get some whiskey done and some more rum done for the father-in-law. Gin I'm alright with for now, and I want to get some more vodka on. The wife's still happy with her peach schnapps. She has it every now and then, and that's she has a little night on it, and then that's it for a month or so. She's like, oh, next day. Yeah, the brewing, that's the next thing. Obviously the brewing, the beer stuff, the Yorkshire bitters on, that'll be done in a week or so probably. Then I can reuse that yeast. Hopefully I can top crop that. I've not tried that, the West Yorkshire. I'd like to try and top crop it, but I also want to reuse it again. I'll get 2 more brews out of it, I hope. I'll do the 8 shilling, so I'll build up a bit of gravity, and then the next will be the final one, will be the old ale, a big gravity base, so there'll be enough yeast to do all that by then, is how I normally plan it. So by that point then I'll hopefully top crop some, and I've got 3 beers out of it, so I've got my money's worth for the £8 of yeast, which is nice. Anything else to talk about really? Oh, yes, I had a friend pop round a couple of nights ago. He's just started all grain, and he came round. I don't know if I'd done this. I did do this as a video, but I don't think I published it, so I'm redoing it. And if I have done it and you've watched it, sorry, skip. This is probably the end of normal video. So he sent me, well, he came round, we discussed about the fact he wanted to do all grain. I gave him a copy of the Bible and some bottles, and we chatted the night, and very kindly the next day popped round with some treats for me. So I have a bottle of this, which isn't what it says on here. It's a lemon vodka he's distilled, because he was distilling before he started all grain. He's using his still to do brewing the bagging. It was big enough, etc. And what else did he send me? And a bottle of, what's he called it? COVID gin. It's not as clear. It's not fully clear. The reason his distillates aren't as clear as the ones I'm doing, he does the distillation and then he has to add whatever he's adding afterwards. So the oils from that create the flavours are then tainting the item, rather than what I do, which is I can put it in to a little basket underneath, and as the vapours rise it carries it through, and then it comes through the carbon and such, and it cleans out the impurities, but the oils kind of stay in, so the aromas, etc. from, and the word is botanicals, that's what I was looking for. So the botanicals, I just had to look over there because I've got a box of botanicals. I had to look at the word. Right, so this is his COVID gin. I can see not 100% clear, but slightly milky. And as he says, that's because he's putting the, I've forgotten the word again, botanicals in. He's putting the botanicals in first, after he's distilled. So, and then leaving them soak, and then lifting off them. It certainly smells, I suppose, ginny. I'm not getting juniper so much. I suppose I am a bit. Oh, there's a bit of taste and more pepperiness, I think. Yeah. Oh, that's got a kick. Strong. It's reasonably smooth, but definitely quite alcoholic, I shall say. Oh, now I said I did my gin at about 35. This one is at 40. I mean, I misread something that gin should be 30 or more, so I did it 35, thinking, oh, that's in between. It shouldn't be 40, but it should be 40. That I'm quite. I'm impressed if that's just only 40, because wow, that's burning right through me. So that was the elderflower champagne to wash that down with, because now I'm going to have a sneaky try of his lemon vodka. I'm just got a little bit of this. I think I overdid the gin. I need to put a bit of tonic in it. I'm not a big gin fan, except with tonic, obviously. I've only just recently become a gin and tonic fan since I bought the still and made my own top gin. Right, once again, slight milkiness to it. That has an aroma of lemon. Maybe a touch of something else there, not sure. That is much cleaner, I think, than the gin. So It's quite strong still. And you're getting a lemon taste to it. Wow. If you're watching, Mike, thanks a lot for the vodka and the gin. They're going to take some getting through, I'll admit, because there's a full 70 litres of the lemon vodka, and I'm guessing there's a litre or so of gin to get through. Never mind my own. Right, well, I've waffled on now for 15 minutes and bored the pants of anyone who still stayed this far, and probably bored the people who dropped out at 2 minutes as well. That's why they dropped out. So I will say happy Homebrew Wednesday once again. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.